Welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and thanks for joining me for this Yin Yoga class today using a bolster. So in today's class we're going to be holding positions between 3 minutes and 4 minutes and we're going to go right into it. So I'm going to invite you to extend your legs in front of you and then we're just going to open up the flesh of our glutes to the side to get seated comfortably. And we're going to be going into caterpillar position to have a nice stretch at the back of our hamstrings. So this is where if you want, you can place a bolster just on top of your knees here. You're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our fingertips forward. You might want to just hug the bolster, round the spine, bring the chin to the chest. You can leave your hands on the floor or put them on top of the bolster, pulling yourself a little further until you find your edge, and then we can soften up here into stillness. And we can walk our fingertips back, raising our upper torso. We can wiggle our legs a little bit, loosening them up, getting the blood to flow back into our body. And then when you're ready, we're going to go into straddle pose. We're just going to spread our legs wide apart, and we're going to place the bolster in front of us. So here we're going to take one big inhale. Exhale, you can walk your fingertips forward. You can place your forearms if you want on top of the bolster. Just find your edge and then soften up using your breath into stillness. So everything we'll be doing today will be with the use of the bolster. This is a bolster class. So we're going to explore and use this prop throughout every asana. And we can walk our hands back, raising our upper torso, getting out of this nice and tremendously beneficial stretch we just did. And from here, I'm going to invite you to place your bolster on your right side. I'm going to swing my legs around. And I'm going to come into all four. We're going to go into shoelace position with a side bend. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I bring my right knee forward, as I've shown you before, and then I cross it in front of the left knee, making my way back down to the seated position, which then lands me perfectly into shoelace with my knees aligned. So from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to do a side bend to the right, and then we can use our elbow to support herself on the bolster, and then the left hand can go behind the back. So this is how you do it. And then just support yourself and soften up into stillness. If you want to deepen the stretch on your left side, you can just kind of slide the bolster further away and then lower yourself even more down on it. This will enhance what you feel on the left side of your body. And we can slowly bring our upper torso back to center, releasing our arms. I'm going to invite you to move the bolster to the left side here. And from here, we're going to do my little trick, which is to do a 360. So putting weight on our feet and then turning our upper body, placing our hands on the ground. We kind of just rotate ourselves and our knees to end up landing in the shoelace position on the other side like this. So I find this is a quick way and efficient way to go from one side to the other. And now from here again, just take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to lean towards the left side and then supporting ourselves with our left elbow on the bolster and then bringing the right arm behind your back here. So let's just start slowly like this, connecting with your breath, softening up into the position, which can be challenging from one side to the other. This side for me is particularly more tight than the other side, so I'm going to take my time here. And we can slowly bring our torso back to the center, releasing our arms and our legs. Taking a few breaths here to notice how you feel. Enjoying the release that the rebound effect gives you, which always feels amazing. And from here, I'm going to invite you to place the bolster at the front of your mat. We're going to turn around onto our knees, and we're going to go into one of my favorite position, which is the pigeon pose. And I love doing that one with the bolster. I find that it gives me extra support so that I can really relax into it and get that deep release that I'm looking for. So from here, we're just going to bring the left knee behind the left wrist, extending the right leg behind and tucking our toe, and with the right hand, we can move the left shin forward towards the front of our mat here. So placing the bolster in front of us, sinking our hips forward and low. We're going to take one big inhale here. And on the exhale, walk your hands forward, connect your torso and your chest with the bolster, and then you can hug it as you lower yourself completely down and allow the left glute to open up. And we can push ourselves back up, walking our hands back, taking a moment here in the upright position, just a few breaths. And then we can release the left leg, going back onto all fours. You might want to do a little circle with your hips, moving it around, going from left to right, right to left, just kind of exploring what feels good for you here. And now when you're ready, we're going to bring the right knee behind the right wrist, extending the left leg back, and then moving the right shin forward towards the front of the mat. So let's sink our hips forward and down here, taking a few breaths in the upright position. And when you're ready, you can walk your hands forward on the exhale. Now we're going to turn our head, hug the bolster, and come down to full relaxation as we allow the right glute to open up. And we can slowly raise our upper torso once more, taking a few breaths in the upright position on this side. And then releasing the right leg back onto all fours and just doing those circles with our hips and spine here. And when you're ready here, you can just turn around and bring the base of your spine at the bottom of the bolster here. We're just gonna bring the sole of our feet together with about a 1 foot distance between your groin area and your heels. And we're gonna lower ourselves down, taking some space on our bolster, allowing our shoulder blades to hang. Hands facing the ceiling here, and then just completely letting go, using gravity to open our inner groin area in the reclined butterfly position. So again, we're using the bolster just to allow us a deeper relaxation and support throughout stillness. So from here we can slowly help ourselves closing our knees back together. And I'm going to invite you to brace your abdominals, raising yourself up here. And we're just going to bring the bolster underneath our knees here. And we're going to lower ourselves down. So we're going to be going into supported bridge. So I'm going to ask you to have your legs 90-degree angle like this with your feet firmly planted on the floor. I'm going to invite you to lift your hips up, placing the bolster right underneath your glutes. And then we're going to be extending our legs in front of us. I'm going to invite you to extend your arms above your head here, big stretch. And we're just going to stay here for 3 minutes. Just relaxing into this, which feels really good. So from here, we're going to bring the right knee in and we're going to scoop our arms around and down, holding on onto the right knee, and then pulling that right knee towards the chest. Going into a nice stretch here for our hip flexors. we can extend that right leg back in front of us. And now we're going to bring the left knee in, hugging the knee with your arms and hands, and then pulling it towards your chest. Stretching out our hip flexors on this side. And we can release the left leg. And from here, I'm just going to invite you to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to raise our legs up, being supported by the bolster with a slight bend in the knee. And this feels really good. If you want, you can open up your legs as well. So you have two options here, straight legs up or legs open, allowing gravity to pull them down and open up your groin. So it's up to you to do what you want to do. I'm going to go with straight legs up for today. can slowly start to lower our legs down. Bring our feet to the ground, and I'm going to invite you to lift your hips up, pushing the bolster so it lands right underneath your knees, and then we're going to extend our legs, take up some space on our mat for Savasana. So your hands can be by your side here, or you can just kind of stretch and bring them above your head if you feel like opening up your chest a little bit and your upper back. So I'm gonna bring my my hands up, today. And then I'm gonna reconnect with my breath and relax into this final asana for today's class. And I'm gonna invite you to stay in Savasana a little longer if you want, while I make my way up here to conclude today's class with you. So I hope that felt tremendously good and beneficial for you today. Thank you for joining me on to another class once more. If you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to it. You can hit the bell button at the bottom. It will give you all the notification when I have new classes coming up or about to be released. And if you want to support me, please donate to my PayPal account. Some of you are doing it here and there, and it's always very, very much appreciated for me, since all my classes are free on YouTube, and that's the only way I support myself. So thank you so much for that. So hands at the heart, one big inhale. Exhale, releasing any last bit of tension that hasn't left yet through this class. So until next time, have a wonderful day. Namaste. Bye, everyone.